our program, Professor. Here is a question that everyone is asking today in this conference. How do you see the importance for such conference?
Well, thank you very much for inviting me to your satellite station. The importance of this conference that it's celebrating the 60th anniversary for the Binational Fulbright Commission here in Egypt. It's a very important commission, and it has been established for funding researchers to travel and to go and to conduct research in the United States and then get back here to their home institutions. And it has been doing this for over 60 years to exchange knowledge and to increase the cultural understanding. And on that occasion of the 60th anniversary, we saw that it will be the best opportunity or the best way to celebrate this event is to try to make a conference where all the Fulbrighters from all the different ages and they took the grant in different years and so on to just get together, establish a forum where they can address important issues related to the present and to the future.
One of the interesting subtitles I found here in such conference is very important statement: exchange inspires change. What does that mean?
It's basically the following. I believe that is how we can use the information and the knowledge exchange and the knowledge gain in order to try to understand each other. Senator Fulbright, who actually came up with this idea, who actually was really believer in that exchange of information and exchange of knowledge can promote peace and can promote understanding between the people of the different countries. And this is something very important. We see it that even after 60 years from his statements, we see that this is something that really can be a keystone in order to try to really promote and integrate between the thoughts and the cultures of all the different people from all over the world in order to have a better future.
Yesterday's sessions, actually, we witnessed also very interesting discussion about the relationship between cultural exchanging programs and the development of community and education. So what's the relationship between both?
Well, right now was the present day of the revolution and the gigantic advancement in the internet, and it's like a new age. It's think about it this way: we always, when we look in the back, we are the old people. When we look at the back in the history, we think about the industrial revolution, when you started to have this combustion engine and the gigantic impacts that it took place because of that, and it left a very important impact. Now I think we have something that it's actually with many magnitudes more, which is really the digital age. We are getting into a point right now where the library, that you can have it in one of the American institutions, you can have it through the internet, to have it here somewhere, someone addressing it even from outside Cairo. So we are getting in a new era where actually things are starting to become like a global village. And therefore, the idea that you have the access to the knowledge and to the information is something positive. But in the same time, it has to be addressed and to be tagged with the understanding of how you can make an analysis and how you can make an interpretation for these types of knowledge that you get.
I'm sorry for interruption, but does that mean that there is this relationship again between knowledge acquisition and the development of education?
Knowledge acquisition is part of the development of education. Okay? It's definitely an essential part, but that's not all. Okay? In order really to have an educational reform, regardless if you are talking about basic education or you're talking about higher education, please, we have to realize that the digital age or the advancement and the revolution in information technology gave us a tool, but it didn't really give us the entire spectrum of, okay, we get this tool, we get the information, we get the knowledge acquisition, but then the critical thinking, the way of how we can analyze the data that you have, or the knowledge or the information that you have, in order really to reach a wisdom decision about how we can use this knowledge. This is something that it can be done by a very good education, by developing and enriching the critical thinking and the habits, that the questions that students will always question and always ask to try to get a better answer.
It sounds like there are a lot of major issues that have been actively and highly discussed in this conference. It's knowledge acquisition, information structuring, but it also requires basic elements like willingness and desire and strong determination. This is Ahmad from Alexandria, Bibliotheca. Thank you very much for joining us.
J is for Jannah, the garden of paradise. Ha is for Hajj, the blessed pilgrimage. Kha is for Khatim.